Hello, Clipper fans. My name is Tommy Van Wall. I played on the 1988 Clippers team, and I'd like to wish this year's Clipper team best of luck at the state tournament. Go Clippers.
Nancy Nice, Carrie Geffro, Laura Bauman, Norma Getz, and Laura Silbernagel.
Okay, so you've had a chance to meet the cheerleaders for each team, and we are going to be back with the tip-off of our first round game between Strasburg and Glen Ellen after this timeout.
Boys basketball tournament, Strasburg up against Glen Ellen. You talked about Glen Ellen being an experienced tournament team, but Strasburg basically made up a team of juniors, and they thought they would peak next year, but they're here at the state Class B this year, and so better things to come probably for next year for them.
And they're small juniors too. Their tallest player is 6 feet tall, and that's not real big, even in Class B. That's a little bit of a disadvantage that they're going to have to overcome, but they've been overcome.
Number 12, Doug Eberly. Number 22, Steve Turnus. Number 32, Wayne Hock. Number 34, Leo Turnus. Number 42, Gene Brown. And number 44, Brian Bittner. And now here are the starters for our first game. At the guards for Glen Ellen, a 5' 9" senior. Make that a junior, number 13, Donnie Gietzen. And for Strasburg, a 5' 10" junior, number 14, Daryl Kramer. For Glen Ellen, a 6' 2" sophomore, number 43, Randall Gerving. For Strasburg, a 5' 11" junior, number 24, Pete Bauman. At center for Glen Ellen, a 6' 3" senior, number 33, Mike Gerving. For Strasburg, a 5' 10" senior, number 30, Dwayne Newsma. At the forwards for Glen Ellen, a 6' 1" senior, number 31, Dean Gerving. For Strasburg, a 6' junior, number 20, Tom Vanderwall. For Glen Ellen, a 6' 4" senior, number 45, Doug Gerving. For Strasburg, a 5' 10" junior, number 40, John Baumgartner.
Shut down Doug Gerving. We play man-to-man, and we really don't have anybody that can match up size with them. But we'll try to stay in man-to-man and give them, who's ever guarding, and give them a lot of help. That'll probably be the main thing. And the next thing we have to do is get up and down the court. We rely on our running, being aggressive, and we're going to need a good effort out of all.
Play-by-play, Greg Stein.
Thanks, Jim Olson. It's the Rattlers against the Clippers. The Rattlers wearing their away uniform, the black and orange, while the Clippers, the home team on the scoreboard, with the maroon and yellow. Gerving controls the tip, but it was Strasburg that picks up the loose ball after the tip. Strasburg now.
Geetson gets his first personal. Second team foul.
So Strasburg will take it on the inbounds pass. Sets it up at the four corners of the Clippers. Baseline Kramer. Outside, three-point line.
Listen to the fan. This is
Strasburg tournament. Jim Olson, just as we expected, Strasburg, the tournament jitters. They're not shooting well, but then on the other end, Glen Allen comes out, gets 3 tries at the offensive board, and they can't convert.
You see Lenny Olhauser talking to his club right there. I'm sure he just wants to settle them down because they're definitely jittery out there. They're wondering when they're going to be able to get a shot, but they're not going to get a lot of shots.
Wayne Hake stolen away by...
Oh.
That was Scott Fitterer, but then he's picked up on a tripping foul there, I think, by Wayne Hake.
That time the pass was...
40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Kramer over to Bittner, three-point try, off the board, down to 4.
I don't think they've really gotten into the kind of game they want to get into either. They haven't been forcing the tempo at all.
Vanderwall is ice cold, but he makes a nice pointer. That was no good. Newsma on the offensive board.
Nice move. And he got the foul then, too.
That's right, going after the offensive board, and he picks up his first.
That's the third shot that they've missed now inside the paint from right underneath the basket. Newsma with a nice rebound, had a good move, strong up to the bucket, just couldn't get it to go down. And they're putting on Doug Gerving, and he's getting those short jumpers.
That's right, they're collapsing in on the paint on Doug Gerving, but there's Baumgartner off the window for 2.
And his first 2 points of the game.
Pulls it down. Vanderwall baseline. 5:10 to go in the first half. He makes that drive, does a little bit of shake and bake, and he gets the roll.
That's what he needed right there. He needs to get one in the hole. He's averaging 17 a game. That's
Bittner underneath the Baumgartner. Nice move.
Nice setup by Bittner, and Baumgartner went to the line with 4 tries that they've hit the front end of the 1-and-1.
28-18, back to a 10-point lead now for Glen Allen.
Vanderwall's catching fire, as you said, Greg. He has 7 points on the game. Let's see what they call this on. Is it Everly?
Everly, yep. Dean Gerving brings it down, stolen away by Everly. Quick hands, Everly. Here comes the fast break for the Clippers, and Vanderwall converts on a foul against Mike Gerving.
Now that could be a big turning point for the Clippers right there. As they got the steal by Everly as he was trailing and broke up the 4-on-1, and down at the other end made a nice pass.
There's the steal by Averly with the quick hands, and here comes the Clipper fast break. Vanderwall, the pushing from behind there by Mike Gerving. But again, Vanderwall had put it off the glass for 2 and has a chance to cut this lead down to 9.
Nice play, nice camera work on that one. Here's Vanderwall at the free throw line. He had 5 points.
The setup play on the charity stripe. The outside shot, 3-point try by Kramer.
That's his second 3-pointer. He has 6 points, and it's now a 6
to go on the first half. All alone underneath is Fitterer.
Well, they still have time to get a shot off. 4 seconds to go.
Kramer on the top. 3-point try. Oh! Take a look at that one. 32-26. They cut it back to 6. Let's check it out before we go to the halftime break.
Darryl Kramer has 3 3-pointers in the game. There's 3, about 2 seconds left, and from 35 feet.
Give or take a couple of feet.
Watch it. Nothing but net, and it's 32-26 at the half. We'll be back with halftime entertainment for you from the Bismarck Civic Center in just a moment.
That you see being unveiled on the south wall of the Civic Center right now. That's the first time it's been unveiled, and it's especially for the Class B tournament in honor of all you folks here and for the city of Bismarck.
Kramer, the 3-point expert. Ooh, too strong on that one. Bauman on the offensive boards. Too close, that's right. Bittner's offensive board hit.
He's got 6 points now.
6 on a contest. Also 14 boards the contest. 4 assists on 4 block shots. On and on.
Etc., etc.
Pete Bauman from the outside for Strasburg.
That's his first. Hake may have gotten it, right. Wayne Hake got the 3rd personal for him, and he walks away in.
Just in the 3rd quarter, though, folks. And off the window, Dougie.
Pointer took all the good shots before the game got going.
Vanderwall converts in the free throw line, averaging 17.5 a game, and right now Vanderwall has, make that 9. I was going to say 8, but 9. Randall Gerving, the baseline jumper is no good. Here comes Doug Everly.
Opportunity.
3 against 1, and Everly's too strong on the down court pass to Daryl Kramer. Turnover for Glen Ellen. Daryl Kramer now for the Clippers. He's trying to go inside to Hake, I should say, but there's no one there. So baseline, Vanderwall, he gets it finally to fall.
And that's his first field goal since back.
The next game, Kenmare Donnie.
If you're just passing through for a day or a week.
26 a contest, and there comes Kramer for the Clippers. Vanderwall, nice fake, and he throws it up against the call, and he also gets fouled.
Big play right there that brings them back.
Defensive side.
Strasburg hasn't got any points off their fast break so far in this game.
Wayne Hake, they go inside to Dean Gerving.
He's out. Vanderwall just got his 5th personal going up for the block right there. And so with 3:22, he leaves the game. 3:22 to go. He has 13 points.
Check it out again, Jim. They go inside.
And when you get it in the paint, it creates so many opportunities. And this time he just goes up and gets called for hitting the ball while it's still in the hands of the shooter. And so that's his 5th personal.
Tom Vanderwall falls out of the ball game for Strasburg. Checking in for Vanderwall is Pete Baumann.
There you see Vanderwall over at the bench. Played a pretty good game. 13
for the day. Bittner inside to Wayne Hake. Nice move. Great pass by Bittner.
Yep, Bittner with a good assist that time, and Hake got up strong and got it to go down, which Strasburg hasn't been able to do this game. Really, they've missed a lot of gimmies in there.
That's right. Turnover.
Region 3 champions, 18 straight victories and a 24-1 record. It's been an unbelievable year for the Strasburg boys basketball team, and now the Clippers bring their game to the Bismarck Civic Center for the State B tournament. Coach Brent Kleinsasser's crew is making their first trip to state since '89, and the whole community is proud of their team. Good luck, Clippers, from Wagner Super Value, Beck Communications, Ellingson Auto Body, Linton Hospital, and Sheila's Country Cafe.
NBC North Dakota Sports welcomes you to the Bismarck Civic Center and the crown jewel right here. It's the State B. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lee Timmerman along with Dan Hammer. And Dan, we both grew up in South Dakota, and back then there was the 2 classes, and I tell you, this Thursday afternoon session was one of my favorites all the time because we put the books away and we turned out the TV and we got to watch the thing, and here we are again at the B.
Funny you would say that, Lee, because in most Class B schools in North Dakota, it's by no accident that today and tomorrow are dubbed spring break days. Most schools do not have classes, and why? Because of this event, the State B. If you don't have a team here, many people are still here, and we're going to have a new champion this year because North Border, the defending champions, were knocked off in the Region 2 playoffs.
Yeah, over 140 teams all got started in this thing, and we're down to the Elite 8. Strasburg and Mandaree will start things this afternoon. Strasburg with the best record in the tournament at 24-1. Mandaree, the champions of Region 8. The second game that you'll be able to see this afternoon is Kindred and Berthold.
Coming up tonight at 6:30 Central Time, it's Wells County and Standing Rock, and then the final game of the day, the game that most fans are dubbing the best matchup of the opening round, will pit Mayport CG against Dickinson Trinity.
Well, let's jump into a little bit about this first matchup. We have the Clippers and the Warriors, and we told you the regions. Here's where they come from in their respective areas. Highway 83 south of I-94, about an hour and a half or so from Bismarck, is where Strasburg is home to the Clippers. Dykema is the junior, the 6'3", almost 19 points a game, 12 rebounds a game, also leads the team in steals. And in the region championship win over PBK, Brian had 26 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, coming off a 24-point night in the semifinal game, so he means a lot to the Horns Dodge. David Van Boven is one of the starting guards for the Clippers. He's a 6'1" junior. Joey Baumgartner is a very good outside shooter. In fact, leads the team in threes with 44, and Joey is a senior. And if you follow the football team, all these names are familiar with you. Brad Dykema, the senior of the 2 Dykemas in the starting lineup. Brad is their third leading scorer. Brian Dykema, a forward, strong kid, all-state football player for 2 years, and he's only a junior. And man, he's just done so many good things. And Rob Hummel as well. Rob is a little bit of everything in the mix for Brent Kleinsasser in his 11th year as the head coach. of the Strasburg Clippers.
For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
You know, and that is a change in the Mandaree starting lineup. As Elton Spotted Horse has kind of been starting and coming off the bench, and he is starting today.
You're going to be in trouble.
Well, he has one idea in mind, and that's strong to the basket.
And he did it again. No, he didn't, but his brother is there to follow up. Brad Dykema. Brad had 12. Little back-to-back meeting was. Hummel for 3. Well, that's the first three-point field goal. Rob Hummel makes that one in this game. He has 27 on the year, and Mandaree, it's part of their game. They tipped by Strasburg. The timeout on the court is at 3:32 as the Clippers lead the Warriors 11-4. We'll be right back to the Bismarck Civic Center. This is the State B on NBC.
That was 8 feet behind the blue line,
which is the pro line.
Whoa.
Baumgartner heating up. Joey with a couple of threes right now. And a timeout taken by Daryl Bearstail. It's a 30-second timeout, but it's one of those momentum type of things. Well, Strasburg with 3 threes, 3 twos, and 2 free throws.
Shields instant replay, and he gets a good look at the basket. I mean, there's not any Mandaree defender near him at all.
Fouls. Another skip pass to Baumgartner. He hit from there just moments ago. Got it again. That was almost the true definition of rattling in,
wasn't it? Yeah, 3 in the game, 47 on the year now for Baumgartner. And
Public School. Hi, my name is Jessica Spotted Horse, and I'm in 10th grader.
All right, Rich, there you go. Okay, John, thank you very much. A lot to cheer about for Strasburg. Here are your cheerleaders there.
I'm Shannon Turner, and I'm a sophomore. Dana Powell, sophomore. Kelsey Bosch, sophomore. Sarah Nusma, junior. Jessica Wall, junior.
All right, and they're up 23-9 as we begin play in the second quarter. They have had a lot to cheer about. They certainly have.
Yes, indeed. Dan and I will be selecting an American Dairy Association player of the game. Long pass ahead, and it was not connected to Goodiron because Goodiron was fouled as he was trying to get down the floor. That's on David Van Boven. He has with more on the Farmers Union Insurance halftime report. You know, on May 7th, way back in 1889, 11 families from Strasburg, Russia, claimed a little piece of land. That land happened to fall in what is now known as North Dakota. Rory Hintz recently traveled to Strasburg, and now he wasn't lucky enough to go all the way over to Russia. We kept him in the state, and he files this story on the land of the Clippers.
With a population of just over 550 strong and located in south central North Dakota, you will find the small town of Strasburg.
Strasburg is named Strasburg because we have the best people living in our town, and they knew someday our kids in our town would go on to win state championships. And so Strasburg sounds like a good state championship kind of a town.
Although Yvonne is off the mark a bit, she speaks for all in Strasburg, where the school is littered with banners rooting the Clippers on. This is a strong German community. It's known as the birthplace of Lawrence Welk, a famous musician. The Blue Room, the most famous dance hall in North Dakota. It's also home to the Region 3 champion Clippers.
It's nice to see the local team go support. You know, I think a lot of people are going to go to the game. Everybody's looking for tickets.
We're really proud of our team. We've got some guys that really play good team ball. They play good defense. They really work as a team.
And it was just a short 4 months ago when this town of Strasburg hooked up with Zeeland to win its first ever 9-man football title as well.
It's been wonderful, from football right into basketball. It's been a blast. This year's been unreal.
For the NBC North Dakota Sports Network in Strasburg, I'm Rory Hintz.
Well, from Region 3, we hop up to Region 8, and for that, Jim Cole privilege. No, down low, open, and a good look to Brad Dykema. But from where we were sitting, the angle of that pass just looked like the parting of the Red Sea. I mean, it was wide open down there. Dykema ahead to Bryan. Bryan goes over to Baumgartner. Baumgartner with 12, and there is that transition offense, defense to offense. How quick can you make that happen? Quick enough to get a 16-point lead.
Take it down right at him. We got to run this thing. They're going to kill us. See what happens? You make almost think boom, three. Right there they are again. Okay? Handle the pressure. Move, dribble. Dave, I told you you can't be hesitant. Okay? Don't get trapped in the corner. First of all, move quicker on the top, like I said. Joe, when you pick, go to the ball. Don't just...
Well, right out of the timeout, a defensive play by Dykema converts into points for Joey Baumgartner. Baumgartner had 14. The lead's back up to... High post. Dykema goes to the wing. Baumgartner for 3. Brian Dykema muscles his way for a 2+1. 10 points and maybe 11 for Dykema. Offensive rebound and a follow, and the third foul on West Bearsdale.
Big Brian Dykema on the Shields instant replay. Just good old muscle here. This is a kid who in one game this season had 27 rebounds in a game. That's Charles Barkley-like.
Across the timeline is Van Boven. Pass and good numbers. Dykema to Dykema. Bryan to Brad. 12 points for Brad.
Now you talk about those areas, you know, that Bryan excels in. That's one of the overlooked.
Hummel runs that one down. Strasburg has numbers again. Dykema runs the floor oh so well. And Bryan has 15 points right now. And
the Rico side guy over here. Okay, what's going on?
Well, coming out of the timeout, David Van Boven. Was that a 3?
Yes, it was a 3.
Okay, Mr. Van Boven.
It's got to be about now. 2:23 remaining. A 12-point deficit. And again, you go back to where they just haven't been able to play here at the free throw line in the final 2 minutes.
As a team, 57%. Tried it real quick. Dykema with the rebound, triple teamed. Baumgartner's wide open. Joey wishes he could dunk it. He tried it, but it went in anyway. He's got his hand on the rim. I don't know if he's really trying to throw it down. You need the 2 more than a game. Is Brian Dykema. He will receive a certificate and a donation sent to Strasburg High School on his behalf from your local dairy farmers. Ah, the power of cheese.
Good luck, Coach. Thank you.
Dykema with 15 points, 9 rebounds, and even though his brother may have outscored him, I think it was what Brian brought to this team in terms of timing. When he was on the floor today, Strasburg was at its best in transition and also in the defensive end. I think Brian Dykema was the impact player today for Strasburg.
But the Clippers, again, with 4 players in double figures, and their 5th starter had 7, so that is outstanding balance by the team, our first team that is heading into the seed. It is. And well, Brian Dykema was our American Dairy Association player of the game yesterday, and we focus a little bit and tell you a little bit more about his brother Brad, the 6'3" senior. Brad had 22 points in the championship game of the region against PBK, and yesterday had 12 rebounds to go along with a game high, tied with his brother, a game high 15 points. Sometimes Brian overshadows Brad a little bit, but when Brian was out with fouls yesterday, it was Brad that had to do it inside, and he did a very, very good job. Defensive trip if we have an opportunity. Van Boven in transition. Drops it down low. Brad Dykema got the first 2 points for the Clippers. Well, Brad Dykema no on the defensive end, certainly in the rebounding.
Sure, and the great pass that set up the one basket. But he hasn't had to be the dominator to this point.
Baumgartner the steal, Van Boven the layup. Still a couple of seconds. Hasn't had much of an offensive look yet. Brad along the baseline. He scored 4 of the 6 points to make it a 4-point game.
Rebounding a big key in Berthel in a half court. It's a favorable matchup for Strasburg, but they haven't been able to exploit it yet.
Baumgartner finishes. Joey had one of those type of plays yesterday against Mandaree that kind of helped him get going to his 18 points. Strasburg Clipper fans have had a lot to cheer about this year.
Haven't they? Wow.
Dominating football team. Van Boven got it. Strasburg up to double figures. Ten-second count and a turnover.
Well, they burned a lot of that 10 seconds when Brown was right in front of us, and then Berthold's played man-to-man defense this year. They've been a 1-3-1 team.
Newsma got it to go. Well, that's the shot that will be open, especially for Derek Newsma. Derek he's a defender. Baumgartner down. Now this diagonal pass to Hummel, who makes a move offensively to the baseline, and it rolls in. Rob Hummel's first field goal. Trying to take a bite out of that lead.
Well, I think 2 items for Strasburg. You go right back at them aggressively, offensively, and then secondly, I press the heck out of him because Berthold looked a little vulnerable at stages of the second quarter, so I come on him.
Knows everybody has an eye on Adam Grant. Now Van Boven for 3. Timeout taken.
Offensively, we're going to post. We're going to post Brian up. We're going to go down in the corner. Like
that overload on the strong side that Strasburg has been so good at this year. That's what they're looking for. Dykema down low. It's Newsma with it up. We talked about Chris Brown might not be 5'6". I don't know. Adam Grant, the way you look out there, he might be taller than 6'8". Dykema finishes. Boy, there was a perfect pass to Bryant.
Yeah, put the pass where Grant could not defend it. And that would be both Dykemas in the lineup, which we haven't seen much here in the second half.
Bryant scores it, and a timeout taken by Strasburg after the make. We'll be right back. To watch Dykema there.
That's right.
30-second timeout. You know, we were back in about a blink of an eye.
Seemed like it to me. Time flies, though, when you're having fun. Lee and I will be naming the American Dairy Association Player of the Game after this game and each of our tournament games. And
Van Boven. Berthold back defensively. Van Boven on the dribble. He finds somebody open. It's Hummel. Hummel drives in, and Brad Dykema is open. Boy, movement on the offensive end really makes a difference in Strasburg. 7 missed free throws in the quarter alone, and Dykema with the steal. Bryan will lay it in and cut the lead to 1. And a quick timeout after the made basket. It's a full timeout taken by Brent Kleinsasser, and it's a 1-point game when we return to the Civic Center. Van Boven is open weak side if they can see him. He has it right now. Van Boven makes a move. He asks for the ball, and it doesn't quite go. Dykema powers the rebound. He goes up, tied with a chance to take the lead at the free throw line.
Brian Dykema, I'll tell you what, he has been a force on the offensive boards here late in the basketball game. Saddled with foul trouble, he's not about to let that back off from his aggressiveness. This is sure strength, LT, in the Shields instant replay. He just goes through Adam Rhodes to make the basket.
46-46. Still 40 at the 22nd mark. Tie game, and it's a turnover. Hummel going for the lead, laid it up short. Berthold has it back. This man's in dangerous. It's Van Boven. Here's the pass ahead to Brown. There's 6 seconds left. Brown gets it to Hall. Hall for the win. It's blocked. 2 seconds left.
Wow. Timeout. Now, my question is, LT, yesterday in a similar situation, Berthold did not call a timeout against Kindred. It led to a turnover. Kindred had a chance to win the game. My question here is, as the time was winding down, I wonder why the Bombers didn't take a timeout there before they turned it over, because they had milked it down quite a ways.
Boy, the big block there, though, as Hall had the shot. Well, you have to think you'll lob it up to the big man, don't you?
Oh, no doubt about it, LT. If they don't do anything,
Noah Hall.
Can they get it in?
No. Beats the 5-second clock, though. I don't know if there's a human clock in your head. The timeout happened at about 4.7 seconds.
Let's take a look at Shields this
afternoon and this morning as they enter into title night.
Well, we've got some flat-out physical players on the court tonight because both the teams had successful football seasons as well. As you know, Strasburg won the 9-man championship. Wells County was a playoff team in the football playoffs, and the Clippers control the tip.
Strasburg has not been crisp on the offensive end yet. The passes just don't quite seem to have a lot of zip except for that one.
That was pretty nice.
That was a nice one.
The brother combination again. Brian to Brad.
In fact, both of the field goals came off of passes from Brian to Brad.
You said that. Now here's Brad finding Brian. He answers, and he'll go to the free throw line as he scores and is fouled.
Mouche against Brian Dykema. Point.
Missed free throw, but the Clippers get it back on the steal. Brian goes right back to work, spins, and he says, you know what? Give me another try, and I bet I can convert the three-point play.
Boy, that was a quick move. That was just mighty quick feet from a big, strong guy, and the second foul on Mouche. Brian grabbed it with his back to the basket, and he did not have it in his hands long before making that move.
This time he converts it. The Dykema brothers.
Coming up in about an hour and a half or so.
Well, you saw the nice play as Kelly Rexine found Tyler Weigelt on the backdoor alley-oop, and then knocking down the three-pointer is Joey Baumgartner, his 47th of the season. You could take this one, but it's off. Rexine has it stripped away, and Brian has the easy two off the turnover, but the guy who created it was Hummel. Brian going to work. Off the glass for two more. Boy, Brian Dykema is playing with some passion, and this has some separation between he and Brad Dykema. Dykema said, earn it, and he couldn't, and answering on the other end in transition is Rob Hummel.
Well, when Strauss, maybe he's doing a Moses Malone. I always thought that he used to stand there and like rebound it to himself 3, 4, 5, then put it in and go. So he's player of the game. I don't know. Just wondering.
Just, you know, throw it out there, see if it sticks. Hummel has a basket. 6 in a game for Rob Hummel. 32-22. Well, the Clippers just have
not being able to score many points either. But yeah, it's Strasburg doing the better job.
Tip ball comes to Brian Dykema. Little underhand pass to brother Brad, who scores.
Well, now that he's got double, now he's going for the triple because that's his 4th assist.
Brian now, crossover dribble. Gets it back from Brad. The jump hook is good.
But you just can't guard the guy one-on-one. I mean, you need help from somewhere, and Dykema's been obviously the Nelsons. That will be one of the major factors for both teams.
Stop the Nelsons because they need the ball back, trailing by 7.
Yeah, you can't let it go too far under a minute, I wouldn't guess.
Ooh, Brian Dykema went between his legs and almost lost it. Now he spots Baumgartner all alone, and that will put the finishing touches.
With director standpoint, Brent Kleinsasser was saying it will really help them out with the girls switching to the winter season because having that extra gym in Zeeland is going to help out a lot.
Derek Newsma, Joe Kraft into the Strasburg lineup. A big hand for the Dykema brothers. Brian and Brad have finished their work for the evening. Brad his finishing touches for the career, but we'll hear much more from number 4 next season, Brian Dykema.
Say it's hard to get up for a third-place game, but you guys played tonight like you really wanted this one.
Yeah, we knew we were in the championship game, so we wanted to finish the season on a winning note and stuff. So we knew we had to play hard because they're a tough team and stuff. We took it right at them. Started out slow, we had a good second quarter. So
describe playing with your brother for these past few years. You're going to miss it, aren't you?
Yeah, it was great. Playing with a brother 1 year younger than me, couldn't ask for more. Been playing together since we were little kids, and now I'm done. He'll have to go on his own, but it was fun.
All right, thanks a lot, Brad. Real quickly, Brian, over 20 points, 10 rebounds, plus tonight just your best performance of this tournament.
Yeah, we came out knowing that we didn't have a chance at the championship or anything like that, so we just came out. We wanted to end this season on a winning streak and or on a good note, being we had such a good season, and we just came out ready to play this game. Didn't have to worry about anything. We just played and had fun.
And then in fun season it was. Quite a run for you guys. Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, let's go over to Johnny Cole.
And now for Strasburg's cheerleaders, Kelsey Bosch, Shayna Turnus, Dana Powell, Jessica Wald, and Sarah Nusma. And the Clipper players, number 3, David Van Boven. Number 4, Brian Dykema. Number 5, Brad Dykema. Number 10, Joy Baumgartner. Number 12, Tim Bacon. Number 14, Derek Nusma. Number 20, Joe Kraft. Number 22, Brian Hummel. Number 32, Rob Hummel. And number 40, Josh Kiefer. Statisticians, Delray Holm, Becky Pfeiffer, and Deanne Turnus. Strasburg's assistant coach, Mike Mayer. And the Clippers head coach, Brent Kleinsasser. And now would representatives of the 4th place Wells County Bears please come forward to receive your team trophy. And your 2002 third placers, the Strasburg Clippers. Congratulations to both the Clippers and the Bears.
The Strasburg Clippers, 3rd place. Wells County, 4th place.
Winner of the game from Strasburg High School is Brian Dykema. He'll receive a certificate and a donation sent to Strasburg on his behalf from your local dairy farmers. Ah, the power of cheese.
Absolute total all-around game. You saw a block and a rebound for Brian there. He had 14 rebounds. He also ended with a game-high 23 points and dished out 5 assists. So the junior, Dykema, this is the perfect end-to-end thing to show for the player of the game because he did a little bit of everything right there. Offense, defense, and rebounding. What a night for Brian Dykema, the 6'3" junior.
Strasburg Clippers closed the season with a 26-2 record. We have
the 9-man football champions are from Strasburg Zeeland. They were coached by Mike Mayer, Scott Carpenter, and Sheldon Droog.
will be called. It's lobbed up, deflected, hits the court, and that will do it. The Strasburg Zeeland Clippers are your champions from District 6. They take down the Linton Lions 58-39. We will step aside and come back for District 6 awards right after this on the Beck Broadcast Network.
From Strasburg Zeeland, Hunter Hennigan. From Strasburg Zeeland, Brody Bismarck. And last, from Strasburg Zeeland, Jacob Early. Let's give one more round of applause for the District 6 All-Tournament team. And from Strasburg Zeeland, Brody Bismarck. And your District 6 Senior Athlete of the Year goes to, from Strasburg Zeeland, Brody. Coach of the Year, District 6 Coach of the Year, voted on by the other coaches in the district. District 6 Coach of the Year award goes to, from Strasburg Zeeland. Now for our regional qualified placers, fourth place goes to the point out 16 District 6 champions, Strasburg Zeeland. We'd like to thank you for attending tonight's game. See you next week at Jamestown. Safe travels.
8 teams are gearing up for the Class B boys basketball tournament in Minot on Thursday. One of those teams is making an appearance for the first time in years. The Strasburg Zeeland Clippers won the District 6 and Region 3 tournaments to get to state for the first time since the early 2000s. Their star player, Brody Newsma, was his Districts and Regions Player of the Year, and the team is really based around him. Now, the Clippers head coach Brent Kleinsasser says they're excited to get to state, but they're not just there to make an appearance. They want to win the whole thing.
Oh, main thing, we got to have fun. You know, that's always in the locker room. We're going to have fun, but focus on winning, and we're not up there to have a party. We're going to go up there to win. It all starts around Brody, but they all know if they move and cut, he's going to get them the ball, and it's a team effort, and they all play really good defense right now.
We'll have more with the Clippers tomorrow as Matt Dow showcases Brody as his athlete.
5 SUVs to choose from.
Strasburg Zeeland has had a phenomenal year in boys basketball. Their hard work is paying off. For the first time since the early 2000s, the Clippers are going to the Class B state tournament. They're led by senior Brody Newsma, the District 6 and Region 3 Player of the Year. He sat down with Matt Dow to talk about good sportsmanship in this week's Athlete of the Week.
A
saw a tweet about you that I want to read to you. The tweet says, "Sportsmanship is not dead. Brody Newsma left his team celebration after seeing the Rebels' Connor Inzie on the floor in tears to help him up." Why did you do that?
I know exactly what it's like to be in his shoes. You know, a couple years when we lost that region championship, you know, it's just that feeling, it hits you hard that you're done. And I mean, I could only imagine what it was like for him, you know, his senior year and all that. He's just done just like that.
We'll have more with Brody. The full 2-minute piece with Matt and Brody will air tonight at 10, so come back to watch it in full. Here's the State B schedule for Thursday. Grafton, Shiloh, Strasburg, Zeeland against our Redeemers, Northern Cass taking on top seed Four Winds, and Kinmare going against Dickinson Trinity. Well, we're pretty lucky here.
All right, so we had the Class B girls last week, Class A boys and girls this past week, and now
we get the Class B boys. The only logical step next. Well, the Strasburg Zeeland punched their ticket to the B Thursday night when they defeated Edgeley-Combe Montpelier to take the Region 3 crown. The Clippers were basically a footnote in the state rankings until midseason. Getting back to the B is huge for one of the smallest co-ops in Class B.
And it means everything to us little towners. We're going to just like Hoosiers, man. We're just excited to be there, and we'll take on anybody that wants to play us.
The run so far has been better than the Clippers could have dreamed.
This has been one of the most fun year of basketball I've ever had. You know, we've been winning games, and you know, off the court, we've just always been having fun and just having the time of our lives.
Oh, it was great. We had a lot of ups and downs, but we did good. Just play hard, beat them on defense, and offense will come.
The Clippers will take on our Redeemers on Thursday at 2:45 in Minot, and the other matchups at the B in Minot will be Shiloh Christian versus Grafton in the first game. Four Winds Minnewankan versus Northern Cass will follow Strasburg Zeeland, and Dickinson Trinity will take on the Honkers in the night game.